Encanto has become one of the most successful Disney films of all time with its hit soundtrack, beautiful locations, and colorful cast of characters. Of course, one of the many things that makes this cast so colorful is the fact that each one of them has a gift. Gifts are essentially superpowers, and they play a huge part into the plot as the main protagonist Mirabel is mainly seen as the only member of the family without one. This drives the first third of the plot in the movie as she has to cope with not having a gift and not being as useful to everyone around her. Lots of theories have been springing up as to why Mirabel didn't get a gift. However, I believe I found the definitive answer for why she wasn't blessed with the power like the rest of her family, and it actually makes perfect sense. First of all, though, I want to go over some of the most other enticing theories that have taken over the community by storm. This first theory was thought of by Sugary Chernupu on Reddit and was popularized by the online site Screen Rant. And this theory described that Mirabel didn't get a gift because she wiped her hands on her dress in between when she touched the candle and when she touched the door. This theory, however, has been heavily criticized for being far-fetched. A little something may be behind this theory, though, as the only other person in the movie that we see get a gift was Antonio, and he had no interaction between his clothes and the door in between touching the candle and things like that. So there is an actual genuine possibility that maybe she just rubbed off whatever magic dust was on the candle and she used it on the door, but it's kind of definitely a reach. I do think it's worth mentioning. Another theory that seems to be most popular is that Mirabel is the next leader of the house to take over when Abuela kicks the bucket. Things that point to this is the fact that Mirabel and Abuela have some similarities in the outfits, and Mirabel's clothing references all of the members of the family, showing that she would later really be the glue that brings the family together. On a similar note to that, some people believe that Mirabel's gift is bringing people together, or maybe being able to see what is troubling the people around her. But let's be honest, that's really not that much of a gift when compared to everyone else, and something that a few psychology courses could also do pretty well. The final theory I wanted to discuss before we get into my one is that Mirabel did get a gift, and that is being able to control the house. Some evidence to back this up is that we barely see the other members of the house directly interacting with it, so maybe Mirabel has some special relationship with the house somehow. I disagree, however. I think that's just simply that we don't see the rest of the family get to use the house on screen. They could easily be using the house a ton otherwise, and we just don't get to see it. There's really no reason to assume that she's the only one with this sort of connection. Plus, if it shows her not getting a gift, then how would her ability to be more connected to the house be a gift if she didn't get a gift and they made it very clear? If she really is more connected to the house, it's probably because she relies on it more than the rest of the family. Now that we've gotten all the other theories out of the way, let's get to the reason that I remind you is what I believe the legitimate reason Mirabel didn't get a gift. We know that the quality of the house directly represents the state of the family. Throughout the movie, we learn that really everyone in the family is slowly cracking from either the stress of meeting Abuela's expectations or maintaining them. And we later see that Bruno has been living in the walls of the house, patching the cracks under the surface of it. Even at the climax of the movie, when the members of the family, particularly Mirabel and Abuela, are having a falling out, the entire house collapses, and when they make up and rebuild their relationships, the house also gets rebuilt. It is very evident that the house's soundness is directly related to the family's connection. The night of Mirabel getting their gift, another very important thing happens. Bruno leaves. This is very subtle and easy to miss when watching it, but we do indeed find that Bruno had the original vision of Mirabel the night of her ceremony. We also know that having the vision, he ran away to protect everyone. A member of the family outcasting themselves would have a very big effect on the bond the family has with each other, so maybe when Bruno left, he caused a big enough problem in the house and forced the candle not to give Mirabel a gift in its moment of weakness. This is genuinely what I think happened. Bruno weakened the house when he left, and Mirabel didn't get a gift because the house couldn't give it to her due in its weak state. Again, I remind you that Bruno leaving and Mirabel getting her gift would have happened on the same day. Even though some may say that Bruno looked into the future after the ceremony had occurred, there's not really much evidence for that. It just kind of implied. So yeah, that's my theory. I think that Bruno leaving weakened to the family so she didn't get a gift. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share if you enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next video. Sold out.